Welcome back to Clever Games. I'm your host, Andrea Renee, and last week, talented voice actor Carlos Ferro stopped by our Clever studio to talk to me about his latest blockbuster project, Gears of War 3. We discussed many aspects of the game and his upcoming projects. One of the things Carlos stressed to me was how approachable Gears 3 is to new players.
Gears 3, I can't stress enough to your viewers, is a great place to start. It's a weird thing that a third part of a trilogy that seals up the story, that ends all the plot lines and so forth, answers questions, that it's a good place to start. But the structure of the multiplayer and the campaign and the normal play and casual play, that sort of thing, it's a great place to just get involved and know the universe and the characters all at once, because I'm very proud of it. I think it's a really cool universe. So the idea of it being so accessible as a third game was very exciting.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the casual aspect of it, because we were talking earlier and I had told Carlos that I play the campaign on casual because my first playthrough, I want to get the story, and then the second playthrough is when I ramp up the difficulty to really be challenged. But I have to say, it was really easy on casual.
Well, yeah, but
did you guys do that on purpose?
Well, the thing is that there was a time where, I don't know if it was during Gears 1 or 2, if I remember correctly, there was a problem with people trying to get involved, and the pros, the people that play on Insane and Hardcore and so forth, would just kind of obliterate them on multiplayer. They couldn't get involved. They couldn't enjoy the new weapons and really play the game. And so I think I know there was a real conscious effort to, at least, for example, in multiplayer, to have a way, there's a way that you can play and they can't access it. If you've got achievements or something, I can't remember the specifics, but what it boils down to is that can't happen now because they want people to enjoy Gears that have never played the multiplayer before. And in campaign, normal, as far as I know, is for people that are pretty seasoned, is also pretty not easy, but pretty fun and accessible. But I mean casual, I don't know many people that play on casual. So
what are you trying to say, Carlos?
So I'm expecting that it must have been really easy. So I don't know that it was a conscious effort to make it like, wow, so easy. But maybe I'll play on casual tonight if that's how you breeze through the campaign, because I haven't gotten through the campaign yet.
Yeah, no,
so.
I got through it in about 9 hours in one sitting. I did it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was last Saturday.
Wow.
I'm serious.
Wow.
I was in my living room the entire day.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But it was really fun. It was really gripping. I mean, it was a really perfect balance of.
The mental image I have is you living alone with a bunch of cats, surrounded by cats. Just
I do have cats.
Eighth hour.
Bad.
No, I love my cat, but no, it's a funny visual. 9 hours in one city. I'm like, are you okay? All right.
I'm a gamer. I can't
That's awesome.
help it.
Love it. Bravo to you.
But if you're fans of Carlos, you know that he voices many different characters in all kinds of games, including one of his most well-known characters, other than Dom, Leonardo da Vinci in the Assassin's Creed series. He was coy when I asked him if Da Vinci would make an appearance in Revelations, but he did give some interesting details about the game.
There's so much exciting stuff happening with Revelations. It's Ubisoft has stepped up their game.
Absolutely.
I'm sure I'm not violating any non-disclosure agreements by saying that we're going to really get into Desmond and the Animus and talk more about what is really going on and all these mysteries and open up the universe a bit. And in that sort of a scenario, what makes it confusing for people and people don't kind of get it and get frustrated with glyphs and stuff on the wall and stuff, I think that what's cool about that, the cool part of that confusion, is that you never know. Leonardo da Vinci could show up somehow, somewhere. I'm doing a historical figure, and he lived to be very old. So.
Well, I hope so, because he was one of my favorites. All of his cool inventions that we got to use.
Yeah, he's the Tony Stark of the Renaissance. So,
He totally is. That's a perfect example. So he didn't confirm or deny his involvement, so let's cross our fingers that more of Da Vinci's gadgets and Da Vinci himself appear in the game. Now, while discussing his involvement with Ubisoft, Carlos dropped this little tidbit on me.
I was at E3 this year, and I saw, speaking of Ubisoft, I saw this property called Brothers in Arms, and it was a new one that was very Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it looked really good.
Hint, hint.
I thought it looked.
Infer what you will, I guess.
I thought it looked really great. And
All right.
I just thought it was really good. And there may be other things that have not been announced yet that I may be in. So next year should be exciting. It should be exciting.
And we couldn't let Carlos go without asking him a viewer question from Twitter. And I do have a viewer question that I would like to ask you.
Cool,
It is from Max Scoville on Twitter. You guys know him from the Destructoid show. He asked Carlos, if you could voice a character in Futurama or Adventure Time alongside John DiMaggio, who would it be?
I think that's kind of easy. Bender's best friend. We got to get a robot that likes to drink and hang out with Bender.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be awesome. Cross-pollinate, No, but anyways, I would love to. I would do anything on Futurama. I'm a Matt Groening fan, and actually a friend of mine writes the comic for The Simpsons, and so he's always involved with promoting all things. I think he may even work on the Futurama comic. Is there a Futurama comic? Anyway, Bill Morrison is his name, and we talk about Futurama, about The Simpsons, and it's one of those things that it's an honor to even be considered, to be involved with, and the question is very flattering, just because I would do anything. If it was, Bender has a trash can that talks, I'd be like, yes, I'm the talking trash can.
And there you have it. It was a pleasure having him in the studio, and he did tell me that he highly recommends everyone trying out Horde 2.0 in Gears 3, which I absolutely agree with. It's a super fun time. Now, if you want to see more about Carlos's interview, check out the other part where Carlos tells me about what it was like to play Dom in Gears 3 and how he found out about Dom's fate from Epic Games' Rod Ferguson. I'm Andrea Renee, and thanks for watching Clever Games.